We're back. Episode 14. That's right. Almost 15. And today we're going to be finishing the bottom and these tops of the mountains. So I've had those mountains for a while, and I finally have enough resource to finish them all, I think. I have over a shulker box worth of snow, and I have 1, 2, 3, and 4 stacks shulker boxes worth of stone, a bit of andesite, and some dirt. I really hope this is enough to finish the tops and bottoms. It was not enough. I actually had to grab even more stone. If you're wondering where all the stone comes from, it's from down here. I've just dug it out of a chunk. That's where I got all my stone from. Which that's a hole. That's a pretty big hole. But it's somewhat out of the way. Anyway, the mountains, they're looking great. They're just coming to distance now. So the tops are done, which wasn't my concern for this episode. It was the bottoms. There's no base to them. So what I'm going to be doing is I'll be doing the base for them. And I'll be doing it in the same style as I did the back entrance. Like a 2 times speed, and I just talk over it. On the inside, though, part, what you can see inside is looking great. It's looking fantastic. This part has come along so much, and I cannot wait until this base is finished, you know? Like, can I see it from over here? Oh, yeah. Look at that. That is looking good. You know what that reminds me of? Like a cottage when you go on a skiing trip. Kind of like that. What it reminds me of. So, it's time to do the bottoms. This is going to be a ridiculously hard process. So, the first thing I had to do was I just had to get all the layers down. So, I did that by where I finished it. I went 5 down from there. I didn't extend it out like I usually do. I had to go 5 just straight down for the texturing is what's gonna cause for all that. But it's just, again, now that I have all the layouts done, it's just gonna be the exact same as how I do all the mountains. Just random blocks of stone mixed with andesite, and then I'll have to do these crevice parts in between. So, I think I'm going to do the crevice part first, just to show you how I'm going to be doing this in my time-lapse mode. So the first thing I want to do is get my basic shape. I want a shape that will show people on the outside of the base that all the mountains are, in fact, connected. I also need to make sure that this space in between is good, because since I will not really be texturing the sides of the mountain as much as actually it's to be kind of plain, I need to make sure that this part in between here looks fantastic. So I'm just going to get my basic shape here. And now that I have my shape, I'm just going to be extending out the walls here. And this part, if you're wondering, was extremely difficult because I had to avoid all the mobs coming out from the mountains. But because I'm not going to be dealing with anything in these mountains, I won't actually have to light it up because I won't have to worry about them. So as I'm going out with the sides here, I'm also trying to get the walls down and set. Trying to get this all done kind of at once. And I decided to go in here just because since this crevice part here is on an angle, or is curving, I should say, I do want the appearance from the entire part of the crevice to start curving in. So subtracting the width of it would be fantastic to show that it's curving. It's a pretty easy way to show. But now that as I get up to the top, I just need to finish this off here. I once again decide to go in a little bit here. Just a little, though. Again, to kind of show that it has that curve to it. So, okay, so now that I have all the shaping done, what I need to do is I just need to add in random bits of andesite. And this is what's going to distract your eyes from the lack of work I've done at the side of these mountains here. And it's actually going to show off the crevice, which is pretty much the main feature of this section of the mountain. So adding andesite in all areas is definitely going to show that area off a lot. So I'm just going to put the final pieces of andesite down and see how it looks in the end. So before I show you the whole thing, I just kind of want to do this base part here and say that when I'm going to stop the mountain here, but then I'll have to extend it out after or at a later date when I decide to do all the mountains around. But again, to texture my mountains, it's random blocks, random stacks of stone, 3 or 4 tall is usual, and then adding a couple 1s and 2s talls as well. It's going to be good. Okay, how's it looking? From a distance, this is the one. Yeah, this is looking good. I did not do the mountain on the right yet, because again, I'm still not 100% sure what I'm going to do with the main entrance. But the mountain here is looking good. Except for this part. That looks weird. And then I can't wait to show you what the back parts look like. But this one's looking good. Oh yeah, I'm going to have to fix the dirt pile on the left at a later date. Because it kind of just looks like a weird lump attached to it, right? Or is it just me? I think it's a weird lump. So I need to have to get rid of that at a later date. Or not. Maybe I'm just too bothered to. But, like, all sides, all the way around is looking good. And then this part here is looking great. I really like it. It's a full completed mountain. Well, there's actually several of them. And you can see the crevice there. Again, you're not paying attention to the flat walls at the sides. You're actually looking at kind of this the actual crevice in the middle part there. And fix this part. Yeah, that's looking good. Oh man, I'll have to also get rid of that villager railroad track that I built there since I think episode 6. Oh man. Or maybe I should leave it, you know, as a memory. But then these ones here are looking pretty good as well. So that's the crevice that we worked on right there. And as you can see, we're not paying attention to the flat walls. We're looking at the crevice, and it's looking curved. It's looking like it fits in with the mountain there. And I did this one too. It's a pretty thin one, so it wasn't that difficult to do. But yeah, so these are the back mountains all finished. Okay, so how do you activate rockets in your offhand on mobile? Like, I know how to activate rockets when it's not in your offhand. You know what? I'm not going to be really using my hand anyway, so doesn't matter. Anyway, I'm going back to the Stronghold because I didn't actually finish fully searching it. So there could be a second library in there, which I have no clue about. I was right. There was a second library. And where's the bottom chest? It's over there. Okay. Good chest. Nope, it kind of sucks. Okay, well, I'll take the books. Another thing I want to do is I want to pretty much just demolish one of the libraries because I want a lot of books. Since I have run out of, or starting to run out of some of the books, and it's kind of hard to gather more of them, I'm just going to take down one of these libraries and just take all the books. Okay, I guess I gotta use the ladder. I don't actually I don't want to use the ladder, but I guess I have to. I also should have brought an axe instead of... Now I have to punch all these books down, which kind of sucks, but oh well. And not the best book either. Okay, well, this was kind of a letdown, actually. I was expecting, like, better loot. Hey, I don't think that's gonna work. You forgot a line. It's escaping out the back right now. Yeah, see, it's out. You know, you should fix that. No, you're just gonna stand there? Okay, well, your donkey's escaping, and I'm not gonna help it. You know, you probably should fix this yourself, you know? Well, okay. And for the last part of the episode, I'm sick and tired of having to use this tiny little staircase to go up to the second layer. So I'm finally going to make my own staircase. An actual proper staircase I'm going to be putting in. So all I've done so far is I just put down the walls. And add some dirt on top. Right now, I am adding my structure, or the shape of how I want these stairs to go in. Again, I kind of want it to be a little bit longer stairs. And with the slabs, I'm going to be using some slabs on it as well. So I do kind of need the room for it. And when I've reached my top, which I have now, I'm just going to add dirt around it to show that it is now flat ground. So right now I have my shape for it, and then it's just a very, very simple process. Just kind of add a little bit of, you know, texture to the walls, and just add your slabs in some random spots. Just make sure that it's a functional staircase, and you're all set to go. So now for the final part, I'm going to start this B and just add our few bits of andesite in. And then also on the ground as well, just so it's not a plain stone surface. Add my last few slabs. I'll just have to fill in this area here with dirt. And so the way this base is actually going to be going is it's kind of... So this corner here is going to be kind of round. It's going to be like an oval, right? So I kind of need the corners to be sloping in a little bit. So I need each corner to match up with one another. And I also have to consider that the height of each surface, right? Because I am going to be having some buildings here. So I need to make sure that the height's right. And I also need to make sure that I have enough room to make each of these buildings as well. So just going to put this last piece of dirt in. But it's all done. Staircase is done. This looks weird. Break that. And fix it. But there you go. Staircase is done. It's all done. So B is still out here wandering around. But now I finally have a proper staircase to use. And I have this dirt patch all good. I'm going to call an episode here. Thank you all for watching. Goodbye.